Hey guys, we're the Violet Reality. I'm Casey Rain.
I'm Kim Camellia.
And this is the first video in our new series. It's called This Week
in Prince.
So every week we're going to give you a little news update on what's been happening in our little purple universe.
Yes.
So subscribe, you'll get it every week, and that way you can always be up to date with what's happening. Yeah. So today is September the 18th, is that right?
Yeah, it is. And we will upload these videos every Sunday of every week.
So today it's September the 18th, and what's been happening this week. So first of all, as you guys all know, Paisley Park is opening for tours on October the 6th. So this week they kind of updated their site with a little bit more information. So right now we know a little bit about what the pricing is going to be. So there's going to be two types of tours. There's going to be the regular general admission, which appears to be $38.50 if you book online ahead of time, or $50 on the door if you just show up. And that's your self-guided tour, so you'll just be kind of walking around, seeing what's what, and have access to the main sort of parts of what's available to see. But for any real Prince fan, for anyone that's watching this video, what you're going to want is the $100 VIP tour. Now with the $100 tour, it's not self-guided, you'll be guided around by a Prince expert. Speaking of which, you guys should hire us. We're not in the US, but I mean, come on, I'm sure we can find a way around that, right?
You need to be a US citizen, but we can become US citizens.
We can find a way around.
Yeah, we can totally live in Minnesota and Minneapolis, and we could totally live somewhere in Paisley Park, you know. So
the other thing with the $100 tour, it's obviously not just a guided tour, but it's also a lot longer than the general admission, so you'll have access to a lot more areas of Paisley Park. Right now, obviously, because it hasn't opened yet, we don't know what's going to be in general admission, what's going to be in the VIP tour, but they have said that it will be a much longer tour, I believe half an hour longer than the regular tour, and there's going to be obviously all kinds of other things going on that justify it being twice the cost.
Yeah.
So we'll wait until the first reviews come in from people that have been, and we'll see.
Try and talk to them, maybe.
Yeah, we'll try and talk to them and see what's
Leave
up.
us a comment about that if you're actually going to Paisley Park once it opens up, and maybe to the first day or to the first couple of days. And what we know now is that it will be open 7 days a week. So every single day of the week you can basically go there if you wanted to go there multiple times. But the only times that it's not going to be open is on Thanksgiving and during Christmas.
Christmas Day and Thanksgiving, yeah. So 9 AM till 9 PM every day except Thanksgiving and Christmas Day. That's what they said on the website. Speaking of which, if you want to see all that information, go to officialpaisleypark.com.
Yeah, they recently added the logo, the actual Paisley Park logo, as you should remember it.
Yeah. So the other thing that we saw on the Paisley Park site update is that they've added something in the shop section which appears to be a sampler plate of some of Prince's favourite foods. So if you go there, you can pay like $30 or something and get some vegetarian food that Prince loved. I don't know, I find something a bit weird about that. Like, I don't know.
And there's a t-shirt.
It's a bit odd. Yeah, there's a t-shirt as well.
The t-shirt is fine.
Yeah. So the other thing that happened this week in Prince news is that we finally got an announcement of the official tribute. It's happening on October the 13th at the XL Energy Center in St. Paul, Minnesota. Now, if you guys don't know, St. Paul is the city that's right next to Minneapolis. They call it the Twin Cities, so you'll be flying into St. Paul, Minneapolis Airport if you're flying in for that. They've announced the lineup, so who's on the lineup?
Well, there's a couple of acts that you should know about. Morris Day and the Time, Judit Hill, she was a former Prince project in his later on years, so you must have heard her album. A couple of members of Third Eye Girl, Stevie Wonder, Shaka Khan. I mean, we all know I Feel For You, don't we? Yeah.
John Mayer, Christina Aguilera, Mint Condition. I would love to see Mint Condition.
Yeah.
I thought their tribute to Prince that they did was one of the best ones that I had seen. Fantastic band Mint Condition are. So if you're going into Minneapolis that week, then there's no reason why you can't go to the tribute and do the Paisley Park tour at the same time, because both of those things will be happening in October.
So you've got yourself a little Prince weekend.
So they've made a Twitter account for the tribute show where you can go on there and check out all the info. It's at PRN Tribute Oct13.
Click here.
So I will put it down there. That's where you need to go. Obviously Ticketmaster and whatnot, you can get tickets on probably the venue's website, the XL Energy Center. Let us know if you're going, drop us a comment if you're going. once this tribute has happened, if you're watching this video after it's already happened, drop us a comment and let us know how it was.
So we might include some of your reviews in the next video that we will make after this tribute. So
Exactly.
after October.
Exactly. The other thing that happened this week in Prince, we had some bootleg leaks.
Ooh.
A bunch of previously unheard, unreleased tracks leaked this week. We've had about 5 leaks. One of them is The Glamorous Life with Prince's vocal on it. So Prince's lead vocal before he gave the song to Sheila and she recorded her vocal. That came out. A track called Rough, which is an outtake from Dirty Mind sessions, about 1980.
And then one of the most interesting ones that came out was Roadhouse Garden.
Ah, see, so everybody knows, or a lot of people know about Roadhouse Garden, which is a track that Prince did with The Revolution. In the late 90s, there was talk of him reuniting The Revolution to continue and finish the Roadhouse Garden tracks, which never happened. People had heard a live version of Roadhouse Garden that was recorded back in the 80s at a few shows. But this week we got a leak of a studio version of the track, which actually doesn't sound as complete as the live version. It doesn't have the Wendy and Lisa backing vocals. It's more of a minimal version, but it is a fantastic song. We really enjoy it. We can't tell you where to get it. It's out there in the purple ether
somewhere.
But it's a really great song.
Okay.
And Eggplant, that was the other one. Eggplant, a really weird song.
Very funny title.
Goofy, funny song. It's mostly Wendy on the lead vocals,
which is interesting.
Prince coming in here and there. Wendy and Prince. They seem to be talking about dumb girls. I think Eggplant is a term for a very dumb girl who's very vain and self-obsessed. And there's lots of those on Instagram.
Can you say that?
Shade.
Better not keep that.
I think we're going to bring back that term that Prince and Wendy invented there. Eggplant.
Yes, we're going to.
Calling people eggplants. Eggplant emoji.
Eggplant emoji.
That's what it means now.
That's just the Prince song. So
what was the other song that leaked? What was the other song that leaked? Oh, Come Electric Tuesday. Come Electric Tuesday. So from mid 80s, interesting track. Jill Jones on backing vocals. It's got Prince in his kind of like Pip voice kind of vibe, Morris Day kind of vibe. But what I thought was really cool is that a fan speeded up the leak to make it Camille pitch, so as if it was a Camille track, and I actually think it sounds better like that. But it's a really cool song. Some of the synth licks on it are very reminiscent of Musicology, obviously recorded like 20 years later, so that's kind of interesting. That there's a similar vibe in some of the parts of those two songs. But Prince leaks. We can't tell you where to get them.
No, we can't.
They're out there.
And if you got them, then
maybe you'll find it. Maybe you won't. But don't ask us.
I can't tell you. Alright, so the last bit of these videos every single week is going to be us talking about what Prince merchandise we got this week. So, what we got this week is...
This week we went to a store in Manchester. We got Thieves in the Temple.
On cassette.
On cassette, yeah. With the B-side of Thieves in the Temple Part 2.
Yeah.
We got the Sexy MF picture disc.
I think it's so cool because when you would put that on a turntable, you'd have the cymbal basically turning around like that, which is really cool.
Spin. What's the B-side on this one? Strollin'.
Yeah,
the B-side is Strollin'.
So.
And then we got Cream 12-inch. Oh yes. B-sides, Horny Pony, and Gangsta Glam. Now, let's not talk about the Gangsta Glam video.
Let's talk about the Gangsta Glam video.
That's for another time.
No.
That's for another time. There's lots we could say about
so I'm very curious as to what Gangsta Glam is going to sound like on vinyl, because I've never heard it on vinyl, and I'm such a massive collector of vinyl myself, so I'm really interested.
And that concludes this week in Prince. Violet Reality, Casey Rain,
Kim Camellia out.
Peace.